Hello everybody, here we are back again, and we are gonna continue the syllabus, the life that we had, the process that we were in, whatever. I really explained it. I really said it really in a bad way. Forget about that. Let's continue from here on. What we'll be doing, we will be first of all running our EC2 project. Forget about EC2 project. We will be running our project inside the EC2 machine, and let's see how it's gonna be going on. By the way, I hope I am audible right now, and let me check this thing out too properly first of all, and then I'll simply be going ahead. Apart from this particular thing, some of the things that I was downloading, they've been downloaded. Great job. Just a sec, let's continue everybody. Let me check I'm audible or not. Okay, never mind, let's continue from here. Okay, so what we are gonna be doing, first of all, let me stop it. Simple thing, when I push something to GitHub right now, for that thing I will have to even provide the database URL over there that I provided actually here. So I will have to provide this particular thing like this. Let's copy it from here, and ultimately I will have to provide it as I'm going to run this backend. Then I will be running this, and what is the thing, sudo docker run. This is gonna be the process name, and then this will be running on this particular thing, and then at the end of the day I will be providing this. And not only that, database URL, and it will keep going on like this. Let's go here. What is the problem? I'm going to have it in the same line like this. Once I have it in the same line, it's going to be like this, and I'm gonna keep it. Let me do one thing as well, like, am I going to be able to run it without the quotation marks around this? Yeah, it's running. That's amazing. Let's stop it. One more thing, can I keep the quotation marks here? Wow, it's working too. Amazing. If it's working, then we can get it done this way. So first of all, let's make it like this. Then what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to remove the quotation marks from here as well as from here, and I'm gonna keep the quotation mark over here, and I hope this is gonna be great. This thing is done. What is the next step? Next step is pretty simple. Let's do one thing, git add everything, and then push git commit m add database URL to the SSH job in CI. Okay, SSH job in CI/CD pipeline. Okay, wow. Sorry, let's exit this from here and get it back again. What is the next step? First of all, add it all, and then run this particular command. Once this thing is done, let's push it to GitHub. Once I have pushed it to GitHub, let's see now something special is gonna happen. Let's reload it. We'll go to click on actions, I'm getting 3 things right now. And the important thing is that backend should be functional really well, if I'm not wrong. And I'll have to open my Brave in order to actually have a look here. And that's gonna be VPN 333. Was I using this? I hope I was using. Let's sign in. Authentication information is incorrect. Okay, amazing, thank you. What is the next step? It is for postgres. Okay, I will do it. Unauthorized. What is the problem? Well, I'm not unauthorized. I mean, then I can choose India. Mumbai is already selected. Whoa. EC2 computer $0.41, virtual private computer 1.9, and other 0.04. That means I was charged. Never mind, still I have a lot of let's click on EC2. I have a lot of credits. What the hell? Let's click on dashboard. Okay, I mean, and I have one instance running right now. This is the t3.micro instance that is running. By the way, this should not be the problem. This is the IP address that I am using right now. I have right now, ultimately, I must say. Let's check whether the process failed or succeeded. The most important thing is this. Well, deploy to the backend, that has been deployed to the backend successfully. That means that succeeded. That simply means now I should be able to get the result using the IP address and 8080. Don't know what's gonna happen. Really bad. This was not expected. This was not at all expected. Let me do one thing. The port was at 080, that is for sure. That's the IP address. Let's click on this and go to security, go to inbound rules. Am I letting 8080 in? Yeah, I am. So why isn't that running? That's running. I can go inside my EC2 machine. So let's SSH into the machine and see what's exactly going on inside the machine. So SSH input is going to be SSH AWS and Ubuntu @ the IP address, and let's see what's going on inside the EC2 machine that we have. Gonna be fun checking this thing out as well. Here we are. If I just write ls, if I check the Docker process, is there any Docker process running? Permission denied while trying to connect to the Docker daemon. Sudo docker ps. There is no process running. Sudo docker ps a. Oh, there isn't any process running right now. That is insane. The process should rather be running. Because if I do the same thing over here, like if I actually, where is the, oh come on yaars, I just keep cancelling everything unnecessary, but never mind. First of all, I wanna get the URL, and let's see if I actually use that particular URL. Am I going to be able to run it or not? So I have this docker run using this, and using all of this. By the way, I need to have the SHA value. Okay, let's select this all. Let's open terminal, exit one of the terminals. I don't even need to exit that. Let's paste it here, and this SHA value, I will be replacing this SHA value with real SHA. I will be getting it from Docker Hub. That's not a big problem. But before that, let me delete extra code. So I have this code right now. Docker run, this is the name of the backend, run it on 8080, database URL is this, and apart from this particular thing, this is the image that you have to build the name of the image. Ultimately you have to pull, not even build. I'm not building here. And as for the SHA value, let's go to Docker Hub over here, not here, over, not even here, okay, over here. Let's reload the page, and from here I will get my SHA, that is the current SHA that I have. Let's Control C and Control V. I got that. Let's run it right now. Okay, it's first of all pulling the image, and then see whether it is able to run it or not. And if it is able to run it over here, it should be able to run over there as well. As simple as that. When I just SSH into the machine, outbound rule I will have to just add, I think, but let's see. First of all, the image is being pulled. Why is the speed? Oh my god. Seriously, with such a slow speed, will I be able to do anything? And let me make sure that, okay, the speed is bad, actually really bad. So let me stop some of the processes right now. Some of the processes I have to stop right now because I wanna run it. Okay, let's stop all of them. Stop it. I'm actually working on stopping the processes right now. Has it increased a bit? Let's even stop this. I have almost stopped everything right now. Should increase. That's insane. Let's stop the process in between. That was really small, so I stopped that. Let's see whether it increases this time or not. Yeah, it increased. Well, still it's not that much, as much as it should be. It should have been whatever. Fast.com. What is the speed right now that I have? It's more than enough, actually, to I mean, never expected this much actually. Never mind, it is really good, but why am I even unable to pull the image quickly? But never mind, let it take time. Mainly because so many processes were running, and because of that, thinking I'm live on YouTube, so it could be because of that. But it should not be the reason. It should be working fine. 75, 79, 80, 82, more, 83, 85, 87, 88, 89, 91, 9, done. Okay, I hope nothing else will be downloaded. I'm done with pulling images. Yeah, I'm done. Once the image is pulled, it will start running the image, right? First of all, it's extracting the image. Once the image is extracted, then it will actually create the container and actually run the image. Well, the image is running, if I'm not wrong. Let's check the image whether that's running or ps process. And guess what, the image is actually running. The name of the process is user backend. So let's check the logs of that. So docker log of user backend I wanna check, and well, that is wrong command, so let's keep it logs over here. And the logs are it's running. If I actually check it by visiting my local host, and if I just reload the page, I should be getting this data only. Yeah, I'm getting the same data, so that means it's working. The question is, why doesn't the same thing work on EC2 machine? What I'm doing, I'm simply doing this thing, that push it, and if I'm not able to make it, that means I'll have to learn more about it. I'm providing it the database URL, I'm providing it the SHA value. Let's do one more thing. Go to GitHub, here I am, go to deploy to backend, click on build, and check this particular thing. post and build, post docker login, post check out the code, no, SSH and deploy to VM. Okay, what we are doing here, everything ran successfully. Oh, did everything run successfully? I added a user backend. Yeah, I think it did. Run all the jobs again. And I want to check exactly what is happening over here. If it doesn't work, then in that case I will build the image here again and then run it. By the way, it was working well, so it should be alright. Permanently added this, then removing error response from daemon, no such container user backend. There is no such user. So what will I do? Let's run it over there as well. Let's SSH into the machine. I think because of that I'm getting the error. So for SSH into, in order to SSH into the machine, I will use the private SSH key that I have, AWS, and then it's going to be Ubuntu @ and I have to get the IP address of the machine, that is details, IP address, copy it and paste it here. Now I'm inside. Okay, I'm not yet. SSH into the machine like this, and once I'm inside the machine, docker logs. Docker logs, first of all let's check the docker. Even before that, sudo docker ps for all, there's nothing running, and sudo docker images, these are the images I have. That means it did work. It ultimately got the image. The current image was like 3.5 or something. Let's see what was the SHA of the current image. That was B9. Do we have something like that? B9. We don't have 3.5 something related to that. 3.5 we have the last one. Okay, it still needs to pull it, right? But before pulling it, it needs to delete the current process, if I'm not wrong. In order to do that, the project needs to be running over here. That is right. How am I going to run this project? Can I check the history? But I don't think I can. Yeah, I can check the history, and I will just simply run this process. And the thing I want to do, I will be running it, and then sudo docker run at this name user unstoppable, and this particular 8080 will run. Where is 08? 080808. It was the SHA long time ago. This was the SHA that is being used over there. The current SHA is this. Let me use this 351, because even this one is the kind of the right one, because I wanted to pull the current SHA that I have, and that is why I'm using the 351. And instead of this particular SHA over here, I will be using this thing. Let's run it, and it's running. Let's check the docker ps right now. Well, I will get the error. So sudo docker ps, I have that. Then sudo docker logs. I wanna check the logs of this particular process that's running. Ultimately, the user backend that's running. So let's do it again. So ultimately, this is something that I've got. What is the next step? I have to rerun the process, build a process on GitHub that was running. So let me go back to the top, rerun the job, and then see what happens. Well, doing this thing is kind of not exactly the first time, but yeah, kind of the first time. So I'm not even sure what kind of errors I'm gonna be getting. Earlier I did, but it was like without Docker. This time I'm doing it with the help of the Docker. So when you are actually containerizing the things inside the AWS machine, EC2 machine. So let's see what happens. Most of the things we are able to get done. So that is a good thing. we are pushing the layers. That's amazing. And let's see, first of all we built the image. After the image got built, we are actually pushing the layers to the hub.docker.com, and from there we will actually pull it, because but we just have a look over here now. Docker run requires at least one argument. Docker run help user backend. Okay, I think it succeeded. Let's see, let's check the Docker process right now. Okay, the Docker process was already running, and let's check the Docker sudo Docker ps. Actually sudo Docker ps this time. It stopped. Come on yaar, how can you do that? Let's check the stopped processes. That's nothing. Let's check the images. Sudo Docker images. Do I have that? I have this 3.5 image, but do I have that image? Which one? The current one. Like this is B9. I do not have that. Let's check the code over here. What I'm doing, first of all, sudo docker stop user backend. You have to stop that. Then what? Sudo docker remove user backend. Then you have to remove that. Then what? Sudo docker run this particular image. Okay. Even before it, it should work fine actually, but it is not working fine. In that case, anyhow, I will have to stop the current user, that is for sure. If there's any process that's already running, like here, if I check, come on, docker, not here, on my local machine. Oh, too cold, I'm unable to type properly. Ps. That command, that user backend is already running. That means I can stop it anyway. So docker kill, if that is stopped, so user backend, I want to stop this particular one. Now I have stopped that. Now if I check docker processes, so there's only one process, that docker db is running. And if I try to run the running command again, first of all let's check the history for that. So history is going to be this, and what I want to run this particular thing again, and there's high probability that I'm going to get the error. So let's paste it here and run it again, and I didn't get the error. That is amazing. That means instead of removing that from there, I can just simply go ahead. If I do not get any error, so what is the use of using this? Sudo docker remove this particular backend. Let's not remove that, let's simply stop that, and then I have to run the new one. Even removing should not be a problem, but if you are facing it, what can I actually do? The next thing I have to do, git status, git add everything, git commit -m, modify the ssh command, ssh script, whatever script, git push to GitHub. Once I pushed it to GitHub, let's go to GitHub, and let's check the current push that has been made. CI/CD pipeline should start working. Okay, that's right. Once the CI/CD pipeline starts working, then I'm going to get this thing. And before that, let's check the SHA value. What is the SHA value that I have right now? If I wanna get that, so I will have to, the SHA value is 5b this time. The last time, what was it last time? Let's click on commits. The last time it was C5 something, and this time it is 5b, and I think 5b, the SHA value is the commit ID. So git logs, come on, git log, and if I just have a look at the top, so I'm getting B9 and then 3.5. This is actually getting converted into SHA value. So currently I got 21, so I should be getting 21 if I'm not wrong. And let's see, well, this is not exactly the SHA value that's being saved in Docker Hub, rather the logs string, the commit string that you get, that is actually being saved over there. And if I have a look over here, what happens? Deploy to WebSocket done, deploy to backend done. If I have a look at this, what's happening inside this? If I look at this, no such container user backend, got that. There's actually nothing running right now. So for that particular thing, let's check the processes that are running. Sudo docker, nothing's running. Let's run history command, get the history, and start running the particular command, this particular command. Okay, let's run it and do it now. It's running right now, if I'm not wrong. Docker ps, sudo docker ps. Yes, it's running right now. What is the next thing that I have to do? Simple, rerun that again. It should work fine. Rerun the job, and I think I can move it here and there. Well, that's my bad. Sorry. I moved it there really far. This CI/CD thing. If you are able to SSH into the machine, you should be able to get the job done as well. Let's see. This time what was the log ID? That was 21. That means I should be getting 21 at the end of the day. So docker run requires at least one argument. Started this particular thing. Let's check this thing out. I just hope that it's working right now. Docker ps, sudo docker ps, and there is no container running. That is actually insane. So what do I have to do? If there is no container running, why isn't even container running properly? What about the image? Do I get the image? First of all, let's go to this Docker Hub, reload the page. The image is getting built the right way. I'm getting the right image over here. The thing is that, do I need to pull the image first? Could be. Let's do that too. And first of all, I even wanna run that using the right credentials. So let's use the right credentials that I had directly instead of running. Oh, what the hell? What is this? Control C, Control D, X. अरे निकल जा भाई यहाँ से. What is this now? Press return or Q when done. Q. Sorry, Q. Yeah. So let's click on history. And ultimately this was the command that I ran in order to run it on my local machine. I am going to run the same command, but this time I will be changing the SHA value, and in order to change that I will be getting the right commit, the current one, and I'm gonna be replacing it okay, like this. And now I'm getting that permission denied because I'll have to run docker. I'll have to run sudo docker. So let's come back over here. It's been quite like this. Let's run sudo docker. Let's run it now. Okay, some of the things are being downloading. Some of the things are being downloaded. Some of them were already downloaded. Pulling the image right now from there. Okay. If I'm actually not able to SSH into the machine, could it be that I am using t3.micro. It could be that t3.micro is unable to handle, and then it hangs and it stops the process. It could be that. So let me check whether it happens or not, and then I will be getting rid of this issue, because I will have to then upgrade. Okay, it's downloading, but the download process is really slow. As for now, I'm not really downloading anything. So what can I do? I can do one thing. I can just reconnect my device again. For doing that, I'll have to leave, because if this keeps going on like this, nothing will happen. So let's stop the process right now, unfortunately. I'll be right back. Let me reconnect my devices again, and then see whether I still face the same problem or not. I'll be back. Here we are back, and let's see that what is the speed like. Are we actually able to do it faster or not? What was the last command that I ran? I don't think I have that. Control Shift V. Okay, this is the thing that I'm getting. As I wasn't connected to the network. My connection got disconnected. Never mind. SSH into that machine. Okay, use SSH and AWS and even for this thing I don't need to do it again. I have that somewhere if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this is the one. Like this. I'm connected again. Docker, not even Docker. It's gonna be sudo docker ps. Nothing's running right now, and this time I have to paste the same thing, and I will be just replacing the SHA value over here with the current push SHA. For even getting that, I'll have to go to Docker Hub, and from here I will be getting it. This is the current SHA value. Control C, and just do Control V over here and run it. Wow, getting the error, and I think Docker that should be got that. What is the error? Let's come here and make it sudo command. I hope it's not gonna take lots of time, but who knows. And guess what? It is bound to take time. I'm not even sure why this is so slow when things can be actually fast. Is this way I will actually be deploying something? This can be slow because I am using K3. It could be. Let's do one thing. It's gonna take lots of time, so I'm gonna do one thing right now. Because the download speed is really slow, and I'm not sure whether this is the main reason behind the result that we are getting right now. So I will be first of all stopping it. This is something that is new that is happening over here. Let's stop it first of all. How am I going to stop it? Instance, stop the instance. It's time to stop the instance, and once the instance is stopped, then I will be increasing the instance type. I will be changing the instance type ultimately once that is stopped, and let's see then are we able to do it or not. So I hope it is stopped. It's still stopping. I'll have to wait, because until then I won't be able to do anything. If I want to change the instance, so instance setting over here, this instance type should this option should be available by then, but it hasn't stopped yet, so can't really do anything. Still stopping. It may take a minute around, if I'm not wrong. Oh, come on, yaar. How long are you gonna take to stop the process? Until unless it's stopped, I won't be able to get the option to change the type. Yeah. Ultimately, this action is available. This action is available. Come on, is available when the instance is stopped. In my case, the instance hasn't been stopped yet, so this action isn't available. And do the things usually take this much time? I don't know. It doesn't take this much time if I'm not wrong. I don't really have any other option except reloading the page. And it is stopped, thank god. It took a lot of time. Let's do instance type, change the instance type. This time I'm going to change it to T2. T3 large, small or T3 large or what? T3 small is going to be great. T3 micro I was using, so T3 small. I will have what? I will have 2 cores inside in this one. In T3 small, what the heck? In T3 micro, I was getting 1 core, and even here I was getting 1 core. In that I was getting 1 gigabyte memory. Here I am getting 2 gigabyte memory. That is the only difference, and nothing else. But still, I hope it's gonna work. Use default CPU options. Specify. Total CPUs are gonna be 2, because it has 1 core, and then 2 are gonna be logical cores. So this thing is done. Let's do one thing. Let's run it now. So start the instance, and this time it is T3 small. It is not T3 micro. Hope it's going to work now. Okay, pending. Let's wait until it actually runs. It started running. Okay, and once this thing is done, let's this time the IP address must be changed. Yeah, so let's change the IP address for now. IP address, okay. As for the IP address, so this is the IP address that I actually have right now, and yes, SSH into the machine. I think the password is wrong. Well, I mean, password is not wrong. Sudo docker ps. Let's check out the process. There's nothing running right now. What is the next step? The next step is pretty simple. Let's actually run the process over here. And even before that, I think I was using the IP address, the previous IP address over here. I have to just change this IP address right now. It should be this IP address. So that is something that we have done. What is the next thing? The next thing is pretty simple. Let's go to history, get this command over here, and let's run sudo and run this command. I have to just change the instance, change the, what is that called, tag. Let's get it from here and paste it here, run it, and this time let's see how long it's gonna take. The last time it was taking lots of time. This time I was using t3.small. It should be fine with that. It's waiting. Why is it even waiting? This thing is crazy. The thing is that I'm doing it for the first time, so I'm not even sure what could be the best way to even do it. But okay, never mind. Overall idea I have to do it, but not even the first time. It's like I have done it earlier, but I haven't never used Docker with this. Okay, it's being actually downloaded, but the thing is that I'm still not getting that speed, and I think this could be the reason behind failing the process, that the process was taking lots of time, so it failed. Could be that reason too. So what is the next thing that I can do? The next thing that I can do, let's stop it. The last command was this that I actually ran. I'm going to run this command over the like, first of all, let me copy it properly. I must have copied, never mind. Let's go here to the EC2 machine directly online, and just connect to the machine using the public IP address. And once I'm inside this, let's run it directly and see what happens. Okay, I'm inside this. Docker sudo docker ps. Nothing's running right now. Let's paste that I copied actually and run it now. Backend. Even before that, let's see what I exactly have here. I have nothing. I'll be pulling it. Okay, I'm running the image. Great. Control Shift, we run it. Let's see what happens in here. Are we actually able to do it in here or not? 90, 100. Well, the same thing we are doing. We are actually downloading this thing over here, and unfortunately we are getting the same. So ultimately I can say I have problem with the network or what. So this time it's a little faster, by the way, compared to the local terminal, but it's still, it's gonna take some time. So I have no other option except waiting for that, and once that is actually installed, then I can actually go ahead and do something inside this. So I could have run the previous version, but this was the current one, so I just thought of going with this. But it's gonna take some time to download that, so I have no another way except waiting for it. So let it just go on in the background, and let's talk to the AI exactly how this thing happens on an EC2 machine. So in an EC2 machine, do we run or code like do we run or Docker containers separately using manual method, or we use Docker compose.ml file? Even I have to check this particular thing, what exactly we use over there. Both are possible, but for anything beyond a single simple container on the EC2 machine, using Docker Compose is usually the better approach. Both when to use a plain Docker run. You have only one container, a single API, and very little config. You are just testing or debugging. You do not need to start multiple services together, DB, Redis, app, etc. Okay, commands will look like this. Docker run app, and just like this, it gets painful once you have more containers, env, var, set volume, etc. when to use Docker. Okay, both the things can happen, that's right. Let's check it now. Guess what, it completed really quick. Right now it is running. The question is, am I going to be able to get the result using this command? So it's going to be 8080/users, and we are getting the result. This is amazing. We are getting the result. That means once the machine is running on my EC2 machine, I am able to get the result on using the IP address. Now as this is running right now, the next thing that I have to do, I have to push the code to the GitHub. let's do one thing. Let's go with the docker ps. So this is the command that's running right now. Whatever code I had, git commit m, that's gonna be just a and m, change the IP address. This time, even before running this thing, I'll have to change the IP address of all. So change the IP address of this, then change the IP address of the front end that we have over there. I'm not even using this. That's okay. So I have to just take care of only one. Change git okay, done. Git push. I'm pushing it right now. Once it is pushed, then I should be able to getting that. Let's see. So right now what I have to do, let's go to GitHub. Let's go to the top over here. This is the backend thing, and this will be succeeded, I think so. But once this got succeeded, even before that, it needs to pull the image, and it's going to fail to pull the image. We have pushed it to right now. If I run docker ps, then what happens? The command is still running. Amazing. Let's check sudo docker, I mean not the command but the process that's still running. Sudo docker and ps, not even ps, I wanna check the images. So let's check the image over there. Okay, that was wrong spelling. Images. Oh, how bad am I? Okay, did I get the current image? Let's see. The image that was just built recently, and which image am I actually using? How to know this thing? If I run a sudo docker ps, I should be knowing that. So sudo docker ps, let's check the image ID, and the image that I'm actually running right now, that is 2.1. Is this something that got sent right now? No, this was the previous one that was made some time ago. And this time I have an image called 1.4, but I was using the image named 2.1 like the previous one. Why? Because that was something I installed. I do not have 1.4 over here. Could it be the reason that I couldn't pull it? It could be. Should I add pull? Let's do it, and I hope it's gonna work in that way. It's using the latest one, whichever is present over here. So I can pull the image, then it may work. I'm not pulling it, but by default it pulls it. But this time it's not doing that. And what I'm saying in my CD pipeline in the backend, that you have to use GitHub SHA. Using this GitHub SHA, you have to get the image, but it's not pulling it. For this, what can I do? Okay, how? Not even that. Docker pull. Docker image pull. How does this work? Docker image pull Debian, something like this. I have to pull the image first, and let's see whether I can actually do that. I will be able to do it using this thing, Control-C, and when I actually SSH into my machine, at that time, before even stopping the server, I have to sudo docker image pull, and this particular image I have to pull. then this particular thing will happen. I hope this is right. How do we pull it? Docker image pull Debian and then the tag. This is how we go ahead. Docker pull, we can just simply use pull. Docker pull and the image name and tag. That means I don't even need to use image over there. Interesting. That means Docker pull, let's remove this image from here. Docker and okay, like this, 1 2 3. Great. Change the, okay, never mind, forget about the commit name, commit message, that doesn't really matter, at least right now. Main focus is on running it well. Let's go to the top. Actions, backend. If it fails this time, then I will actually have to watch proper video on how to deploy something. That means I will get some extra work for that. This is gonna be like this only. Anyway, we will get it done. Anyhow, we'll do our all, and doesn't matter how tricky this is, we'll solve it. Sudo terminal will not be allocated because stdn is not a terminal. Added, removing, seems to be done, to do 76. That was something I pulled, but pulling takes time, but it did not take time. Let's check the process, and this time 2.1 is again running. I'm able to get it. Like if I run it, ultimately what is happening? Am I able or not? First of all, I'll have to change the IP address if I'm not wrong. This time IP address has changed, so let's use this particular IP address, and instead of that I'm gonna be using this one. And this, okay, let's run it now. I'm getting it. Let's go to /users, and I'm getting everything, but there is a problem. The problem is that the process that I started, that process is running. I'm not able to stop the process and restart it again with the new image that I created. If I go to my Docker Hub and check the image SHA tag, that is 76, and the image that's actually, if I check the images over here, so sudo images, sudo docker images, and let's check the images. So I have only set to one image. That means images are not getting pulled here. If I pull it manually, then it works. If I pull it by SSHing into the image, it does not work. Let's do one thing. Let's give this whole thing to what? To AI. Check if it's correct. As simple as that. When you really get stuck, this is how you go ahead. And you relax. Fix SSH key. Okay. Use oh, I didn't use this. And code key. SSH key, but still I'm not able to SSH into the machine. Am I? Fix the remote Docker run. So what am I saying? That SSH into the machine, After that sudo docker pull unstoppable code, then unstoppable or true and stop docker user backend or true, that is okay, and sudo docker remove user true, and docker run user backend the process, and this, then this, and even I'm using this particular thing right now, and then this particular thing. Overall I understand everything. Let's copy this thing right now and see whether this thing works or not. Okay, with the help of AI we just got some new format over here, just some changes that we made. Sorry. No. Aha, can't I should be able to do it. Let's do one thing, select it all, and this way a little forward. Yeah. So what we are doing, first of all we are SSHing into the machine. After that we are running sudo docker pull and stop all the code. Ultimately we are pulling the image. After that we are stopping the current process that's running in the container, and after that we are removing that. After that we are starting the new one with that particular name, and database URL is gonna be this. Great job. And ultimately I'm actually starting this. I'm actually running this particular image. Let's see whether it works or not. So what is the job right now? The job is pretty simple. I think the code is right. Modify the modify the script. Modify the script. CI/CD script, whatever that can be called anything, but never mind. Command, that is mainly I have to give push, and this time we are gonna give it a try again. So what are we going to do? We are gonna do nothing. We have done it. Now the process will automatically be done. We have to just see the result, like what is the result. Whatever we had to do we have already done. So let's check this thing now. Interesting. The thing is that right now we are running it manually. Later on we may use docker compose file to run all the processes at the same time. Wow, this time it's pulling it. Pull complete. This time it's working. Why wasn't it working earlier? It could be that what was I doing wrong? The last time, what was I doing wrong? Why wasn't it pulling it well? The reason could be that I wasn't removing it, or I don't know. But never mind. Complete, and let's see. This time it's actually pulling it. I will have to go through it. It actually corrected the thing. So what is actually correct? Most of the things are same. It added just some of the things. So I exactly have to check why it's working. What is the main point? But before that, let's even confirm it. Yeah, right now download complete, it's saying. Then it will post and build push docker login. It hasn't. The process is still running. So I think I should be able to see the latest commit over here on Docker Hub, and that is 5.2. I mean the SHA value is 5.2 at the end. Let's go here, and again, as it is pulling the image now from the Docker Hub, that is no doubt going to take some time. So I'll have to wait. Ultimately this is the automatic process, so let it get done, and then we'll be just checking. So ultimately I have no way except waiting for it. So let's wait. If I have only this thing to do, so let's copy the post link. Well, guess what? It is stuck here. Why is this stuck? The process is still running. That is interesting. I think it is the download thing that is happening right now. Okay, I think it's gonna take time. Come on. Can't really do anything. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's still on. Maybe it's down pulling the file. And by the way, it's saying that pull complete, but I'm not sure pull is complete or something. So ultimately, it will do its job and get it done. I'm not sure. Maybe it could be that my virtual machine space is less, but it should not be the region because the T3 is small right now. So let's see. If it doesn't work, then I will have to do something or the other, or I may have to take the help of AI. Until then, I'm just simply gonna wait. Okay, turns out I'm not sure. It's been 4 minutes since it's been like this. Okay, it's going ahead. Verifying checksum, download complete. Okay, finally, it showed, it gave us some response. Thank God, we got that. Error. What is the error? Docker is. Okay, there is no error. Process completed with exit code this. Seriously? Will this thing happen now? Let's check the process with the that actually exited, or we are still connected. So I have to connect to it now. SSH into the machine. Okay, sudo docker ps. Well, I think it's running 2.1. It's running on 2.1. Okay. Now I don't want to use my mind at all. I just want to give it to the AI, and I want it to just figure it out. Seriously, it's been too much. Docker run is being executed without the image name because your remote sh command is being split across multiple lines in a way the shell does not understand. That is why the log shows this. Okay, what do I have to do? Put the entire remote script in a single quotes and keep the docker run on the logical line. Use the backslashes only to continue the command, not to start a shell. Let me make some changes from my own side, what I think should be done, and then I will be just doing what AI says. Before that, what I want to do, I want to just remove these backslashes. First of all, this thing I want to keep it in the same this is in the same one. Okay, that's great. And this particular thing should be in double quotes. Once it is in double quotes, it will be able to connect. And that is it. Let's see. And remaining things, I know it's gonna take lots of time. There's high probability for it, but I think few files have already been downloaded over there, so this time it should not take that much time, but you never know. At the end of the day, if this does not work, then I will have to just go and watch some of the videos, explain how it's done, then I will continue. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. I will start rather learning something new than to how actually this deployment thing is done. And then once I have the proper path, then I will be getting it. It's not like I leave it. In couple of days, I will come back and do it again after learning the things well. But let's see what happens right now. We are pulling it. Few files already existed, so it's not taking lots of time. That's a good thing actually for us, because we didn't want it to take lots of time. And now let's see what happens. Okay, it is bound to take time. Never mind, let it take time. Huh? Huh. Well, I'm being called to have some food. Interesting. This thing is gonna take time, no doubt. The thing is that I have to watch a video, either a course video or any video on YouTube, to just know the process completely the right way. Then only I will be able to do it. For now, I will be skipping it. Whether it gets done or not doesn't matter. A complete deployment to the EC2 machine, how it's done, and all. I will be checking this thing out. I hope it gets it succeeds. If it doesn't, then okay, that's not even a problem. By the way, it's been, how long has it been? It's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's amazing. Now I'm gonna be having some food, ultimately dinner, and then I'll be right back, and I will continue with the learning about horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Again, that thing is about that thing is gonna be about Docker and all. Okay, so it is again related, but I will be learning something else rather than just going deep into it. Okay, it's gonna be just like that. That was it for now. I'm gonna be catching up soon. Take care and keep coding, keep hustling, keep up the good work. See you. And one more thing, I will show you the result when I come back, come live again, whether it succeeded or not. So don't worry about that. Yeah, I will be showing you the result.